Hello. I want to say a few things to you about this illustrious career that I have experienced in education. I went to the University of Texas, Austin. Then I went to work as a math teacher at Robert E. Lee Junior High School in San Angelo, teaching grades 9, 8, and 7. Now, Robert E. Lee Junior High School is called Lone Star Middle School. When I was there, the instructional supplies that teachers were given included a couple of teaching manuals, teacher's editions, and a box of chalk. They just put those down and told you to get started. Then a few days later, I got an actual paper grade book because in those days, everything was manual. After teaching at Lee for several years, I moved to a job as an elementary counselor. It was an itinerant job where you went from school to school. The most schools I ever had was 3. It was through an MHMR grant. It was the early days of guidance programs in elementary schools. I moved from that elementary job to San Angelo Central High School as a guidance counselor. It was a wonderful job, grades 10 through 12, and then of course in the accounting, we counted the 9th grade from our 3 feeder junior high schools. When I worked there, we had real world problems. We also had a very comprehensive program that included everything from construction trades, auto body repair, to advanced placement classes. San Angelo had a medical community, a regional university there, Angelo State, and then also we had General Telephone. That was headquarters for the Southwest Company. At that time, there were 7 phone companies across the U.S. Then these were all consolidated into world headquarters at Las Colinas, and I moved to the Metroplex and found a job at Marcus High School in Louisville ISD that was very similar to the job at Central, except that Marcus was a 9 through 12 high school, but I still had an alphabetical split there. I worked at Marcus for several years in guidance and counseling and enjoyed that very much. And then in the spring of '95, I switched to working as an AP, an assistant principal at Marcus. I had a specific part of the alphabet and an attendance clerk who worked with me. Then I was working on the doctorate at UNT during this time, and after I finished that, I started looking around at some other opportunities. I found a job on the internet at Argyle. I was interested in it because it was a K-8 district that was transitioning to K-12 and starting a high school. So got interested in that and came here to Argyle as the first principal of a 9-10. They had kept the 9th grade before and had a 6 through 9 the year before. We graduated the first class in 2003. Then I moved from the high school to the administration building, first as an assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction. Then later, in 2008, I moved into this job, first as the acting superintendent, then as the interim, and then as the superintendent. So I've been doing this going on nearly 16 years, and I've been in the district 23 years. What I'm very proud of accomplishing during this 23 years has to do with believing that when a student crosses the stage, that they know what they're going to do, that they don't have to ask that question, what now? Are they going to be going to work? Or are they going to be going to college or into the military? It doesn't matter what the answer is as long as they have guidance and they have direction and they've made plans to achieve their dreams. I'm very proud of the fact that we've achieved a lot of balance in this district. The 12 Lone Star Cups that we've won 10 in a row are testament to the fact that we have academics, that we have fine arts, and that we also have athletics. We have worked very, very hard to have safety and security in this district, and since 2013 have had our own ISD police department, which means that the chief of police reports to the superintendent, not to a local police department. I'm very proud of the accountability scores that we've had, the A's on the A through F system, and also then, of course, the exemplary ratings before that. And there was a time in there when you either got to met expectations or you didn't. And of course, in Argyle, we did. I'm very proud that we were HEB finalists twice. Very proud of the accomplishments that have been brought. The bonds that have been passed, thank you to the voters. The 2014, 2017, and 22 bonds have all passed. In the last bond, it was passed in 3 propositions. I'm very proud of all of those passing and very grateful to all the voters and the bond chairs. Then back in 2007, we passed another bond, and I did implement that bond. During the time I've been in Argyle, we've opened 2 elementary schools. We opened phase 1 and phase 2 of the high school at Canyon Falls. We've made renovations at the 377 campus. We've made renovations also now at the 800 Eagle campus. We opened the administration building. We have now gotten to 50, 70 students, well over 5,000. This was the year that we enrolled our 5,000th student. We've doubled our enrollment in just 6 years, and the district's set to more than double again in the next 10 years. I have confidence that because of the talented students in this district, the supportive parents, the dedicated staff, and the many school boards that I've worked for over the years, that the tradition of excellence will continue here in Argyle ISD. I wish you all the best.